Do you feel like you're always stuck in the same patterns, and whenever you start making progress in the right direction, something happens? Whenever you start gaining momentum, something happens. Things just get difficult, or you get tested. Trials and tests come your way, and then you fall back to square one. You fall back into old patterns. And this happened to you so much that now, whenever you start making progress, you think this is just a phase and it's only a matter of time when you're going to go back to square one. When something happens to you, what's your first reaction? Do you think, how can I not make this happen again? Or do you feel offended? Do you feel like something happening to you? And you feel frustrated that things are just happening to you? That's the victim mentality. That's the spirit of offense. The spirit of offense is a self-sabotaging spirit because it makes you feel like things are happening to you. It puts you in a position unconsciously where you believe that you can't change anything, that things just keep happening to you. Because everybody experiences things that they don't want, but the difference between people who are able to interrupt patterns and to make changes is that they are able to pinpoint where they went wrong and to correct their mistakes. But when you feel like you're offended, it means you unconsciously believe that things are happening to you, not that you're contributing in some way. Now, of course, there are situations where things are out of your control and you didn't do anything wrong and bad things happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but when it's a repeated cycle, that's when you know you're definitely contributing to the outcome in some sort of way, whether you're aware of it or not. That's because of the spirit of offense. The spirit of offense partners with the spirit of rejection, and it makes you feel hurt, offended. And when you're constantly finding yourself in situations where you're feeling hurt, there's definitely a deeper issue going on. Everybody experiences hurt, rejection, and offense at some point, but when it's a repeated experience, there's a deeper issue going on. That's what we call the strongholds of the mind. A stronghold is a place in your mind that seeks to defend a specific set of deeply ingrained beliefs. So the stronghold makes you perceive things from that place of hurt. And when you're perceiving things from a place of hurt and feeling like a victim, it keeps you stuck in the same patterns, whether it's in your career or relationships or anything that you're trying to change, regardless which area of life it is. It's about a mindset, it's about an attitude. So let's take the example of friendships and relationships. If you're dealing with that stronghold, then every time you start getting close to someone, you start getting suspicious, you start sensing negative vibes, and you're almost wondering, am I the problem? Why does this keep happening to me? And maybe you're not the problem. Maybe you have the gift of discernment and you're seeing through their masks. You're seeing through their fakeness, their wishy-washy behavior, their envy, their jealousy. Those are all very common spirits that people carry around with them. But the other possibility is that you're perceiving things from that filter, which makes you suspicious, which makes you not trust them, and you start seeing things from that filter and seeing things that are not really there. And it's very, very subtle. This happens very gradually and subtly. Now, from the spiritual perspective, we call these strongholds of the mind and spirits, but from the psychological perspective, we call these attachment styles. So these strongholds of the mind, they manifest in your relationships and friendships as unhealthy attachment styles. There's the anxious avoidant, the anxious attachment style, and the avoidant, which are all unhealthy attachment styles. And I dive deeper into that in my course. So I put a course together with 7 modules. It's 1.5 hours of video training. And at the end of each module, there's an exercise, and it's specifically designed to put everything into practice, because I feel like there's a wealth of information out there, but not enough practical and concrete advice. So the videos are very condensed because there's no fluff. I get straight to the core, and it's designed to tackle the strongholds of the mind from all different aspects: the spiritual aspect from a biblical perspective, and psychological and emotional aspect, and a practical aspect as well. Because the consequences of these strongholds are not just psychological, not just emotional, not just behavioral patterns, but they're also spiritual. So when we acknowledge all the different dimensions of what's really happening, that's when we can tackle the issue, the root cause of the issue, and maintain that change permanently. Because it's something to break free from the strongholds, but it's something else to stay free. So half of my course is about how to break free, and the other half is about how to stay free, and maintain results in the long term and not sabotage yourself. Now, if this resonates with you and you want to join the course, you can join the course. The link will be in the description down below, and there's a special early bird discount until the end of this week. After that, the price is going to go back to regular price. But today, I just really felt called to share with those of you who feel like you're always stuck in the same patterns repeatedly, in the same cycles, and every time you're making progress in the right direction, it's only a matter of time until you go back to square one. If this is you and this resonates with you, then I invite you to look at your first reaction. Look at how you feel when something happens to you, because maybe you're dealing with the spirit of offense, the spirit of victimhood, self-pity, and rejection as well, because all these spirits partner with each other. If this helped you, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, let me know if this resonated with you, and feel free to share your experience with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.